Welcome to another session of FB Live together with Craftspace. My name is Joey. I am the craft instructor from Craftspace. So today we are hosting our session live from our humble playground at Tropicana Gardens Mall. Yeah, the name of the place is actually called Play by Craftspace. So you see behind me, we have a tent. This is where our younger kids, those who are aged from 2 all the way to 8, after they do their arts and craft, they can actually enjoy their session here, play a little bit of, enjoy playing a little bit of cooking or planting, because what we do here is to make sure that the kids learn a little bit about life skill or survival skill since young, okay, like sewing, like cooking, like maybe gardening, anything that to do with day-to-day skills. Yeah, so that is where we want to encourage them to also learn from young. So that is why our area here at Play by Craftspace is actually designed to make sure that they have fun while they learn something, along the way. All right, so today we are going to do a little bit of planting. All right, so we are going to do a self-watering planter for those who want to start taking up gardening. All right, of course, school holiday is coming. Today is probably the first day for those who are in national school. So what better way to start, a new hobby for the kids by doing a self-watering planter. Now, today's session, we are hosting live together with Tat Boy Bakery. Tat Boy Bakery is actually consists of a group of very determined and passionate bakers in Malaysia. So they love great baked breads. Yeah, they always believe that using premium and sustainable ingredients that does not harm the environment as what is to make sure that the quality of their products, So the philosophy as well as their belief is always we eat what we produce. So I think that is a very great belief, because for us itself, we also do the same thing. We always believe that if we do not allow our kids to even play or even use the material, there is no way we are going to sell it. So that is the reason why we are happy that Tat Boy Bakery actually is with us today on board to collaborate with us, as well as to sponsor Lucky Draw Gift worth 30 ringgit. Yeah, it's a gift card from Tat Boy worth 30 ringgit. So we hope that for those of you who has already pre-registered with us earlier on, we wish you good luck. Hopefully that you all can get it, because Tat Boy's products are very, very good, okay? I myself love it. My kids love it. So hopefully for those of you who have the chance to get the gift card, you will enjoy it as well. All right, so like I mentioned, today we are going to do a little bit of gardening. The reason why is because World Environment Day is coming. World Environment Day is actually fall on the 5th of June, all right? So we are a few days earlier, okay? So June is actually a very interesting month because it's very environmental conscious, all right? Why I say that is because, we have World Environmental Day on the 5th of June, and then we have World Ocean Day on the 8th of June. And then we have World Rainforest Day, which is on the 22nd of June. So every topic in June that we are going to do, subsequently, it will be based on environment, we are going to base on Ocean Day, we are going to base on rainforest theme, okay? So please stay tuned. Hopefully you all will continue to support us, because without your support, then we will not be able to see the continuity of this being able to bring benefits, to all the kids. So for those of you who think that this session actually is beneficial for our younger generation, especially the kids, yeah, we want to train them from young in terms of arts and craft. Please feel free to share it with your friends and family. Hopefully that they will be able to join us every week, because at this moment we are giving the session free. Okay, of course we also have some paid programs which is always published in our Facebook. So if you have not liked our Facebook, please do so, so that you can always have a look or follow out on what we have in store. All right. Okay, so let's start to do our self-watering planter. What we need, of course, definitely the first thing, plastic bottle. I'm pretty sure, because since we are already still in MCO and going to be in full MCO, all right, so there will be a lot of recyclables at home. So this is the best time for you to do a little bit of spring cleaning, you know, separate out all the waste to see what can be recycled, what cannot be recycled. So plastic bottles, I am pretty sure a lot of people has it at home. So do not throw it away yet. Okay, recycle should be the last step. What we do is we reuse or repurpose it before we even recycle it. Okay, so we get a few of the bottle, be it 1.5 liter or 500 ml, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then of course we have the acrylic paint set. Okay, if you do not have acrylic paint, you can actually use oil-based paint or marker, oil-based marker, because we are going to decorate the bottle itself before other things. All right, because you know, kids, they like it pretty, you know, they like it beautiful, cute. So that is what we are going to do later. Now, of course, we have our best companions, our scissors and cutter. Please use this with adult supervision. All right. And then we have what else? We have cotton yarn or cotton thread. This one is very important because we will need to, this is the main material that we need for our self-watering planter, all right? And then, of course, we need some seed, okay? And then soil. If you have it on hand, that is good. If not, then don't worry, you can prepare the planter, then after that, you can add the soil and the seed, all right? But today, I am going to guide you throughout the step, okay? If you cannot follow, it's fine. You can always watch the replay from both Ted Boys Facebook as well as CraftSpace Facebook page, yeah? So don't worry if you cannot follow the steps, the sequence, or even the speed, because, well, I have been doing this for quite some time, so my speed may be a little bit faster. Some kids, they may do things a little bit neater, so they will take a little bit longer time to finish the same process. So it has no right or wrong, okay? As long as you do it in a relaxed mode, because in order for us to instill a passion or a new hobby or a new skill, we need patience, okay? We also need a little bit more guidance, okay, in a sense. Also, of course, you need to relax, all right? So I think we have everything that we need. Let's start. First and foremost, let's take your bottle. Now, before we start by doing this, make sure your bottle is clean thoroughly, okay? Because we do not want any residue, okay, on inside the bottle. Then remove all the labels, okay? Remove all the labels. The label you can keep for your next project, because after all, this is plastic, okay? Before we even throw it away. And then we can get it ready. So we cut our bottle probably about half, okay? We cut using a cutter. Just do a little bit of marking. And then we can use a pair of scissors to cut it. Now, this stage or this process, you can, if you are not comfortable doing it yourself, please ask your parents to do it, yeah. Because I know some of you are quite young, so please ask help, okay. So we have two parts. Mine is half and half, okay. So this is where we are going to fit it in, okay. So you can see that, you know, you make sure that you can fit in a little bit, yeah, so that it won't topple, all right. Now the next step is we need to make sure that the surface, both the cut area is smooth. So we may need to trim it up a little bit, because if it is too sharp, then it is quite dangerous, yeah. Okay. So this is done, and then let's trim the other one. Okay, now the reason why we are doing this self-watering planter is because, well, for newbies, yeah, for those who are new to planting, sometimes we tend to forget to water it, yeah, and we do not know how much to water it or how frequent we need to water it. So this is a good solution, because you don't have to worry that whether today you have watered the plant or not, all right? So this is a good way. Now next, we are going to decorate the bottle. This process, you can either do it together with me, or you can skip it all together, because some of you may think that, it's fine, you know, I prefer a bare looking one, it's okay, right? But for those of you who wants to decorate it, so what we do is, we will take our brush, as well as your favorite color paint. Let's see. So I'm going to paint it blue. So how you want to decorate this is fine, okay? So I am going to paint the top part here, okay, to make it a little bit pretty. And you can also draw heart shape, star shape, any shapes you want. You can put polka dots, okay? How you want to do it, it's fine. So let's do this process first. Okay. Now when it comes to planting, you can use either seed, okay, for this. You can use either seed or small plants, okay. So it is not like you must use seed or you must use small plant. It's fine. Anything is fine as long as it gets you started, okay. Because if let's say you have a big plant, then you need a bigger bottle, yeah. And self-watering planter, it's not just, there is not just one what do we call that? Not just this as a watering planter, yeah, because we have also other options that we can use as a self-watering planter. Like for example, if let's say you have glass bottle, you can also use it, okay. Of course, you can't break it to half, but what you do is you can drill hole into the cap area, and then you can just use that and turn it upside down, okay. Say for example, this is your bottle or your glass, so turn it upside down and then put the whole thing into the soil, okay. So it can be done as well. For us, today we are doing this a simpler version, because we want the kid, especially the kid, yeah, to start taking up planting as a hobby. Because why? Not just plants give us a very relaxed mode, it also lift up, yeah, our emotions. On top of that, if you are planting vegetable or fruits, you get to reap, you know, what you planted. So which is what we are encouraging our kids to do, because we want them to live a more sustainable lifestyle, okay. Anything that you can plant at home, please do so, or don't have to buy, yeah. Of course, it takes time. So this is also a way to also encourage the kids and tell them that, you see, things does not happen overnight, okay? You need time, okay? So in order for you to see good result, you need to put in effort, you need to put in your time and patience, yeah, to see the result. So it is a good way to teach the kids in that sense, all right? So my bottom is done. So now I am going to decorate the top part. Okay, so this one I am going to draw shapes. So let's see. I am using my favorite color, which is purple. So this step, you can either use a permanent marker to draw the shape first. If you are not comfortable doing painting it freehand, you can draw the shape that you want, then only paint it in. Otherwise, then you can always just paint it, all right? So I'll just quickly clean this because it is stained. Okay. And then I am going to draw heart shape. You can draw any shape that you want. You can, in fact, you can even draw your favorite animal or your favorite plant. Okay. So let's see. I am going to draw one big heart shape here. Now, if you are using paint, or in fact, if you are using marker, please make sure that, because this is plastic, so it takes time for the paint to sit in, yeah? So what you need to do is, let it dry a little bit, and then repaint it, so that the color will be more vibrant. Otherwise, then you can still see through. Okay, so one big heart is done. Okay, and then I am going to do another heart with another color. Okay, so this time let's use either yellow or orange, because this is a very bright color. Okay, let's clean the brush. Okay, make sure you wipe your brush dry before you dip it into another color. Okay, so second heart. Okay, and then I am going to do a third heart with green color perhaps. Okay. All right, so we are almost done with the first process, decorating. So I hope that you are also doing your decoration. So we do a big heart. Now, if you use a bigger bottle, it's fine. So you have a bigger surface for you to decorate, yeah. Okay. All right, so 3 hearts. And later on, I am going to put a little bit of polka dots. Okay. Okay, so we are in the process of decorating the bottle, our self-watering planter. So this part, if you want to skip it, it's fine. But do remember, if let's say you want to use other materials to decorate it, make sure it will not get wet, or it will not dissolve when it comes into contact with water, yeah. So paper is a big no-no if you want to consider, okay? Because paper, if let's say it comes into water, contact with water, then it will break apart, okay? Water-based paint is also a big no-no because once water comes in contact, then the paint will come out. So the best is we use oil-based paint. Okay, so it's a good paint set to invest if you were to ask me, because we ourselves, we prefer to use acrylic paint, which is oil-based, yeah, in everything that we do, canvas, paint, normal painting, because we are dealing with a lot of recyclable materials like cardboard, plastic bottles. So if you use water-based paint like those poster color paint, right, it will not stick. Somehow the color would not stick, yeah. So that is the reason why we prefer to use oil-based paint. Okay, so it's a very simple process of decorating. If you want to do it a little bit more elaborate, it is entirely up to you, because the planter itself is to make you enjoy planting, okay? It's not so much about the, how do I put it? It's not so much about whether, oh, if it's not nice, then the plant will not grow. No, okay? It's just to lift up your spirit and your motivation to do the planting. Okay, now, so we are going to let this dry while we prepare the next step, okay? So just now we took out our cap. So we are going to do our cap now. So we need to poke hole in the middle of the cap. So if you have a screwdriver, it is good. So just poke it through, but be very, very careful when you poke it through. Alternatively, if you have a hot glue gun or a soldering machine, you can use it when it is hot, okay? Anything that you can to make a hole in here. It need not be big, but your yarn or your cotton thread must be able to go through, all right? So let's do this. I will use my hot glue gun as usual. So what I do is I will just poke it through. It's a very fast process, okay? Be very careful because it's still very hot, okay? So you see, the hole is done. So we just need to clean out, make sure there is no residue. Okay, and make sure that the hole is big enough for the yarn to go through. That is good. So we are going, depending on the size of your bottle, we are going to put in the yarn, okay? So if let's say it is a small bottle, I think 2 yarns will be good, or two thread will be good. Because if you put too much, then too much water will go into the planter as well. So that's not what we want, all right? So if you are using a 1.5 liter, you can consider putting 3 or 4 yarns inside there, okay? So if let's say your thread is very, very thin, what you can do, you can braid it first before you put it in. Or if let's say your yarn or your thread is actually very thick, then you don't have to do anything. You just need to cut, make sure it is long enough, okay? So usually how I gauge is probably about, if let's say you are using a 500 ml bottle, what you need to do is probably you measure about just half of a bottle, okay, for one. It doesn't matter how long, as long as it's long enough for the thread or the yarn to be in the water later on, as well as inside the top part, okay? So I am going to cut 2, probably 1 longer, 1 short, okay? And then we check whether our top part is ready or is it dry. So next, we are going to put the yarn through the hole that we just drilled or just poke, okay? So just put it through. So we have 1 long and 1 short, so it's fine. So we do this process. Now, this later on, the cap, we will need to cover it back. Make sure that all your yarn is inside when you cover, yeah? So make sure it is inside when you cover it. Okay, and then make sure that the yarn still inside. Now, the reason why we put different length is because we want the water to go through different location of the soil. Okay, so we make sure that our yarn is not concentrated in the middle only. Okay, we have to have it at the side as well. So what you do is you just put it probably one on the side. Okay, different location. Okay, I'm not sure whether you can see, but it's a different location. So one is on the right for mine, and then one is on the left. Okay, so you can also put it in the middle, it's fine. So this part is done. Next, we are going to put soil into the part where we have already closed it with our cap. Okay, so let's take our soil. And of course, we need a shovel. If you don't have a spade and a shovel, okay, so please invest in one if you are really into gardening, or if you want your kids or the kids itself ask for it. So please get one set. It need not be very expensive, or it need not be the actual one. Okay, like what I have here, this is a recyclable one because this is from toy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of you will have this at home. Yeah, you will have a bucket, yeah, a sand bucket with shovel and spade, where you used to go to the beach and now you outgrow it. This is when you can use it again. All right, so we take some soil. Be very careful. Okay. So make sure that your yarn is still in place. Okay. So still in place. Okay. Okay. So we put a little bit of soil in it. And then now, for the beginning, because the yarn itself is not wet yet, so what you need to do is you need to wet the soil a bit. Okay, so we have spray bottle, so just spray a little bit of water into your soil. Okay, okay, and then after that you can add your plant in, or your seed. Now when it comes to seed, since you want to plant things, okay, we encourage you to plant something that is useful and functional. Okay, of course, a flower is nice to have, but planting herbs, planting vegetable, or planting fruits will give you a bigger satisfaction when you see it turns into the final product where you can actually use it and cook it and eat it. Yeah, so it is good to start planting all this at home so that you can be a little bit more sustainable. Okay, now do not put too much seed into one planter. 4 to 5 if it's a big one. 4 to 5 is maximum. Yeah, if you want, you can put one. If let's say your bottle is very small, so put one seed in one. So don't worry about whether it will grow or not, because you take a little bit of experiment, yeah, to see whether what works and what not. So maybe the first round it doesn't work, doesn't matter. So you can try it again the next round. Okay. Of course, you have to also know that when you do planting, you can't put it under direct sunlight. Okay. So not all trees or not all plants needs direct sunlight. So for the start, what you need to do, if you buy those pre-packed seed, make sure you read the label on the pack, yeah, to see whether it needs direct sunlight, or you need to put it under shaded area. So for us, if let's say we are planting vegetable or fruits, we will start by putting it into a planter, okay? And then we will put it under shady area, okay? Whether it is in the balcony, or whether it is at the backyard, whether it is in the kitchen, where you have air and it is not sunny. There is no direct sunlight, okay? Because why? We want to make sure that we don't want to kill the plants with too much sunlight, okay? So this is one way. When the plant really grow and there is root coming up, so that is when you will have to remove it and plant it into a bigger pot, okay? So that process, you can either transfer it into a bigger pot if it is a big plant, okay, like a big tree. If you are planting mango tree, definitely you will need a big space, yeah, or papaya tree. Currently, we are planting papaya tree because my son said that he wants to try. So since the first MCO, we have been trying and trying and trying, and now we can see that some of the trees are growing healthily after many tries. So he is happy. He's 11, by the way. So it's a good time for the kids to learn, yeah. This is also part of the way to actually teach them about discipline and responsibility as well, because they need to take care of their plant, okay. Now, bear in mind, yeah, though we say that this is a self-watering planter, you don't have to water the plant every day, but you still need to monitor whether it is growing, whether it is not, whether there is still water in it, okay. We will still need to, once in a while, we still need to take care of it, okay. All right, so after you put the seed, put a little bit more soil to cover it. Okay. Then after that, you can put more water. Okay, so the top part is done. We go to the second part. Now the second part, we will fill this up with water. How much water? If you were to ask me, quarter will do. Okay, as long as it's not too much. Make sure that it doesn't touch your cap. So when you pour water in it, make sure your water will not touch the cap. That is the most important one, all right? So let's see. Okay, so this is how you're going to put it in. Okay, now make sure your thread or your yarn is touching the ground, okay, the bottom of the bottle. Okay, because if it is not touching, that means the water will not be absorbed, okay, through the yarn or the thread. So make sure that it happens. So if it is not long enough, then you need to adjust it, yeah. So this is the first one, and then you can pour water into it. So since mine is a it's a 500 ml bottle, so we don't need too much. And make sure that all your yarn is dipped inside. Alternatively, you can wet your yarn first before you put it inside. Okay. Because at the end of the day, we want the yarn to absorb the water. Okay. Okay. So if it is not enough, you can add a little bit more, but nothing more than touching the cap, yeah. So make sure your water is not so much until it touches the cap. That is the main thing, because if it is touching the cap, then the water can really seep through the cap to the soil, then it may be overwatered, okay? So this part is done, the process is done. Now the next thing, of course, we will need to, sometimes you will think that, oh, should we add fertilizer? Now, when you want to add fertilizer, you don't have to purposely buy the fertilizer, because we produce a lot of great fertilizers at home, okay? We, from what we eat, from what we use. Now, we can use food waste as fertilizer, your apple peel, orange peel, okay? So those can be used as fertilizer. Leaves, Okay, you can use a mixture of fresh leaves as well as dry leaves. Okay, that one can also be done. Tea leaf, if you have tea bags, okay, after you finish your tea, don't throw away the tea bag because you can use the tea leaves inside the bag. You have to remove it from the bag and then you can use it as fertilizer. Okay, now the fun fact is that for those of you who love pizza, okay, pizza box, okay, some recycling center do not accept pizza box. Yeah, they do not want pizza box to be recycled because it says it is already contaminated with grease and cheese, you know. So they say that it is not advisable. But of course, there are some countries that are fighting for it. Domino's, for example, they are saying that they have already proven that their boxes are recyclable. Okay, but of course, many countries are still not accepting it. So it depends. So before you want to send your pizza box for recycling, please make sure you ask your recycling center whether they accept or not, because some they do not accept it. So to be on the safe side, do not recycle your pizza box. Okay, do your research. Okay, but you can use your pizza box as natural fertilizer. Okay, how we do it? We will cut all the pizza box into small pieces. Okay, and then you can just put it into the soil together. Over time, it will compose, and then it will turn into fertilizer. Best of all, because you know, pizza box, it has grease, it has cheese, you know, you have breadcrumbs in it. So those, you know, it will make it even better because it adds more ingredients, yeah, into your fertilizer. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the session. So this is one part. Now remember, since we just put in, yeah, and you know, the yarn or the thread needs time to absorb the water all the way to the tip, yeah, to the other end of the yarn. So what we recommend is that for these first few days, okay, still put water from the top. Okay, so you have to spray water, not too much, just spray 1 or 2 times is good enough. Okay, just make sure that your soil is a little bit damp, not wet. Okay, just damp. Okay, why is because if not, then, and if the yarn is not absorbing water, then the water will not go directly to your soil. Okay, so that is the reason why we still need to make sure the first few days, for example, while you check your yarn or your thread, make sure that it is wet. If it is wet, where it's very near to the cap, you know it is working. If not, then you need to change. Okay, because if the water does not seep up, it does not absorb water, that means the self-watering planter is not working. All right, so we know now, for now, the bottom part is very wet, but here is not wet yet. So it will take time for it to absorb the water. So remember, the first few days, please still water your plant. Once a day is good enough. All right. Okay, so this is done. Very simple activity today, but it is a very functional one. Okay, because you can plant a lot of things. I hope that once you have done your gardening or your planting, if you have see result, it has already shown result, please share with us, because we love to see, we always say that we love to see kids' masterpiece, yeah? So be it your art design, or be it your plants, anything. So share it with us so that, you know, we know that you are actually enjoying our session, okay? Now, the next one is we are going through our lucky draw, okay? This is what everyone is looking forward to. Now, how do you want to participate in the lucky draw, for those of you who has been joining us since day one, week one, you know that you need to pre-register with us. That is the first step, all right? You need to pre-register with us as soon as or as and when you see our post, all right? Say, for example, next week we have a post. We have the live session today or tomorrow when we publish it up on our Facebook page. Please make sure you read through, and then please make sure you pre-register in a Google form that is provided in the link, okay? So that is the only step for you to be eligible for the lucky draw. Now, like I mentioned earlier, from the start of this, from the beginning of this Facebook Live today, today's prize, today's prizes is sponsored by Ted Boy Bakery. We thank them for being our sponsor. It's a gift card worth 30 ringgit. So we are giving out to 3 lucky draw winners, all right? 3. So what we are going to do, for those of you who join us first time today, we are going to call your name or your kid's name. So when you hear your kid's name or your name being called, all right, please make sure you type in the comment section, all right, and say that I am here. For example, when I call Joey, all right, then you need to type in the comment section and say Joey is here. This is the only way we can identify your kid, all right, because your kid may not have a Facebook account yet, all right. So we call your kid's name. We also will call your name. Please make sure you type in your kid's name, all right, not your name, all right. Okay, are you ready? So let's take out our lucky draw box. Okay, we have our lucky draw box here. So let's see who will be the first lucky winner. Let's give it a good shake. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, the first one is Kara Tan. Okay, Kara Tan, parent, Mommy Yvonne. Okay, Kara Tan, Mommy Yvonne. If you are here, please make sure you type into the comment section, okay, and say Kara is here, right? So that our moderator will know that you are here, okay? First name, Kara Tan. Is Kara Tan here? No? Okay, so let's draw the second name and then we will come back to the first one. Okay, so let's see. Aiden Raphael. Okay, Aiden Raphael, Mommy Andrin Low. Okay, Aiden, if you are here, please ask Mommy to type in to the comment section and say that Aiden Raphael is here. All right, so second name is Aiden Raphael Teo Wei Wen. Okay, so let's do the third one. Oh, Aiden is here. Congratulations, Aiden. Okay, so the third one, Caitlin. Okay, Caitlin, parent, Mommy Jasmine. Okay, Caitlin, if you are here, please ask Mommy to type into the comment section, okay, and say that you are here. All right, Caitlin. Okay, so we have Aiden. Aiden is here. Who else? Is Kara Tan here? Kara Tan, Mommy Yvonne. Okay, Kara Tan, Mommy Yvonne. If you are here, please type into the comment section, yeah? Kara Tan. Caitlin is here. Okay, congratulations. Yes, Mommy Jasmine. All right, so now left Kara Tan. We are going to call it 3 times. And then we are going to forfeit it, and we are going to draw another one, all right? Kara Tan, once. Okay? Mommy Yvonne, if you are here, please type into the comment section. Twice. Are you here, Kara? No? Okay, if not, then we will proceed to draw another name. Okay, so Kara, unfortunately, because you did not respond, so we are going to forfeit it and we are going to pick up another name. Okay, so let's see who is the lucky one. Oh, from the same mummy, Ashley Rosabelle, Mummy Andrin Low. Wow, congratulations. Okay, Ashley Rosabelle won our DIY kit 2 weeks ago, yeah? So this is a second win for you. Okay, Ashley, are you here? Ashley? Mummy Andrin Low, are you here? I'm pretty sure you are because Aiden won just now. So Ashley is here. So congratulations to Aiden, Caitlin, and Ashley. The three of you won a gift card from Tat Boy Bakery worth 30 ringgit. So you can order the food online because they have a wide varieties. Yeah. So hopefully that it will also bring you some joy during this lockdown, especially now is school holiday. Yeah. So we will wrap up today's session. Okay. I hope that you enjoy. The session is a very quick and easy session today. Next month, like I mentioned, it's a very environmental friendly month. It dives into our theme of sustainable lifestyle. So please make sure you stay tuned and look forward to all the activities or our posts on the weekly Facebook Live because we have a lot of freebies as well. We have a few of the collaborators on board for next month as well. If you know anyone that would love to be our collaborators because they also are into sustainable living or sustainable lifestyle or doing sustainable craft that you need a mention or we can actually collaborate together with them. So let us know. Now, from the first day until now, it has been a wonderful 1 month since we first launched our first ever free Facebook Live for Craft Space. Of course, we have done it for a lot of other clients, but this is the first time that we are doing it on our own page. Yeah, it has been a great journey. It has been a very positive process for us as well because we have so many of all of you supporter, yeah, that has been supporting us. I hope that you will continue to support us. Also, if you think that this is beneficial, not just to you or your kids, you think that it is also beneficial for our generation in general, please share it to as many friends as possible because what we want, what is our objective is that we want to reach out to as many kids as possible, not just for them to just have fun doing arts and crafts, but to also educate them from young about how to live their life sustainably. All right. So you can see that a lot of things that we are doing, we are using a lot of recyclable materials. We are also giving out a little bit of information about what can be recycled, what cannot be recycled. Okay, so these are very important knowledge for us as well as for our kids, especially the kids because we are too old in that sense, yeah, to pick up a new skill. But for kids, they are like sponge, yeah, so they pick up skills much faster than us or pick up a habit much faster than us. So we need to make sure that they are properly guided in that sense, all right? So if you have not followed us on our Facebook, please do so, follow us. If those of you who want to find out more information about Tat Boy Bakery, please follow their Facebook page as well, all right? If let's say you want more information or you want to find out what are the menus that they have, please go to their website, tadboy.com, tedboy.com, all right? So hopefully you have enjoyed the session. For those of you who have your school holiday now, make sure you do something beneficial or more productive apart from just playing your devices, okay? So do a little bit of planting, do a little bit of arts and craft, share with us what you have done, and make sure that you log in to our Facebook live every Saturday, either 11 a.m. or 2:30 p.m. All right? So until the next time that we meet next week, bye and have a good weekend.